Everything that mattered fantasy football week 5. I'm going to break down the Giants-Saints game in this one. Love what I'm seeing from Jaxson Dart so far. This was an easy matchup, but still over 50 rushing yards in each of his starts is a very good omen. I rank him higher than most experts as a top 15 quarterback just because that rushing upside and the fact that the Giants are probably going to play from behind in a lot of games. High passing attempts, they'll want to see what they got with Dart. Bummers in real life to see the fumbles from Dart and Scadaboo, but the truth is the Giants don't have anyone else, so I think their job security is fine. Scadaboo is still locked in as a top 15 running back. His usage is elite, and the highlights are elite when he gets some space to run. The fact that we're seeing a lot of receptions in these games with him as the primary receiver also just raises his floor even higher. Tyrone Tracy will probably take some of those receptions when he returns though. Every single time I mention a guy in this video, I'm updating the rank on my site, fansports.com. Up here, I try to give you the best rankings on the whole entire internet for fantasy football. Just keep in mind my philosophy tends to differ a little bit from most experts. My rankings will differ from what you usually see on other fantasy sites, though it tends to work for me. I've won 36% of all the fantasy football leagues I've been in the last 20 plus years. I was wondering who is Jaxson Dart going to throw to, and there's not really an answer to that still. The receivers here are abysmal. Putting Theo Johnson in my top 20 tight ends for sure. Jaxson Dart likes him. 3 TDs the last 2 games. He was a 4th round pick just last year, so Giants will want to see what they have with this guy. Dart's game was also impressive because he didn't have any big plays. Longest pass completion was 18 yards, and oftentimes you see quarterbacks with inflated stats just because the receiver ran for 80 yards after a short screen or something like that. Speaking of which, Spencer Rattler. It actually wasn't a short screen. It was a really nice downfield throw that he had to Rashid Shaheed on that 87-yard touchdown. I like Shaheed more and more in this offense. Only 5 targets, but I'm moving him slightly above Chris Olave unless you're in full PPR because he just has so much more excitement. He reached the fastest speed of any NFL player this whole entire season on his 87-yard touchdown. Chris Olave is solid in PPR. The Saints will throw a lot. They'll play from behind a lot, and this guy just racks up receptions. Alvin Kamara had a season-low 56% snap share. This is becoming a full-on committee in this backfield. Kamara is still just a little bit more exciting to me because of the receiving possibilities, but they also might want to see what they have with Kendre later in the season as the Saints team is going nowhere. You'll just never feel good starting either Kamara or Kendre Miller unless one of them gets injured and gets the full share of the backfield. Gotta downgrade Juwan Johnson just a bit. Still keep him rostered if it's a deep league, but the truth is that there are other guys getting more targets here. Just keep in mind he was banged up this week. That's it for this one. Wife and daughter are still asleep. That means I got time to record more videos, making daily uploads to help you win your fantasy football league. Go check fansports.com. Again, I'm putting a lot of work into that, updating it every single day. I really appreciate you guys who've said really positive things. Shout out to all the 4-0 teams who've been following me all season. Thank you for spending a couple valuable minutes of your day with me. Stay learning. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.